Matchday 36 in La Liga. EA Sports brought us the game between Rayo Vallecano and Real Betis at the Estadio de Vallecas. A game between two sides fighting tooth and nail between now and the end of the season to qualify for Europe next season. Rayo Vallecano looking to catch up with Celta and open a gap with Mallorca in their push for Europa League football, whilst Real Betis needed a win to catch up with Villarreal in their pursuit of Champions League football. The home side started on the front foot. This early cross from Álvaro García, almost forcing a mistake there. Out of Adrián San Miguel. Ivan Bayu was shown an early yellow card in the game for bringing down Abde. Rayo Vallecano were playing with the double fullback down the right once again for this game. Ivan Bayu at right back, Andre Ratiu playing further ahead. Abde was playing on the left and already causing havoc early doors. Who was also causing havoc up front was Jorge de Frutos, who was leading the line for Rayo Vallecano. Coming close there to capitalizing on a poor clearance from Adrián. Abde was up first, though, with the first chance of the game for Real Betis. A shot from outside the box, but straight at Augusto Batalla. Yusuf Sabali, though, unfortunately for him, had to be replaced midway through the first half here for landing awkwardly on his shoulder. It was an early challenge from Isi Palazón, tried to carry on, but was unable to do so minutes later. Aitor Ruibal would come on for him. It was a free kick for Real Betis on the edge of the box minutes later. Not causing too much of a problem, though, for Augusto Batalla. Rayo Vallecano were coming into this one looking to make it 3 consecutive victories, and they managed to take the lead. It was the man leading the line on the day, Jorge de Frutos, who managed to find the back of the net. Pedro Díaz letting fly from long range. His shot, following the touch from the fingertips of Adrián, helped onto the crossbar, but then de Frutos was first to react and managed to head the ball into the back of the net. Rayo had won their last 2 games 1-0 against Getafe and Las Palmas, and were looking for a 3rd consecutive win, whilst keeping a 3rd consecutive clean sheet for the first time in the club's history. Not a bad way to take the lead, though. Pedro Díaz very close, one of the experts at Rayo of scoring from distance. And as we just see, de Frutos was indeed just onside. Real Betis were actually held at home by Osasuna in their last game. But with Villarreal winning against Leganés the day before this match took place, they needed to win to stay alive in the hunt for Champions League football. Aitor Ruibal's cross came close, but it was well blocked off by Aridane. De Frutos, the scorer for Rayo Vallecano, was then brought down on the edge of the penalty area by Marc Bartra, and he got a yellow card for his trouble as well. This coming in the final few minutes of the first 45. And up would step Florian Lejeune. What a finish into the bottom corner. Rayo Vallecano won this exact game 2-0 last season. Lejeune scored on that day. He'd only gone and done it again. Rayo were 2-0 up just before half-time. A lovely bit of placement there from the free kick from Florian Lejeune, putting the ball out of the reach of Adrián San Miguel. Images now of the second 45. Batalla coming out with a hat to cover himself from the sun in that end of the field. And Real Betis started the second half on the front foot. Anthony asking for an early penalty inside the second half after beating Alvaro and Chavarria for pace, but nothing was given by the referee there as Anthony went to ground. Real Betis reacted instantly in the second half. Just 5 minutes in, Cucho Hernandez would turn Florian Lejeune and then put the ball into the bottom corner past Augusto Batalla. A really good turn here from the Colombian, holding off Lejeune. Nothing given as a foul there, despite a bit of the pull of the shirts and shorts from Cucho on Lejeune. Good finish though at the end. Very nicely done indeed. And it gave Real Betis a lifeline, really. Just 5 minutes into the second half, they were back in the game. Nathan was then shown a yellow card for bringing down Isi Palazón. It meant that for over 35 minutes, Betis had to play with both centre-halves on a booking. Chavarria's cross would then hit the side netting. Rayo, to their credit, did react after conceding the first goal. And they were looking to try and make it 3-1. This good cross from Álvaro García was just missed by Adrián. Unfortunately for him, Andre Rattio couldn't head the ball into the back of the net. Lovely ball in, though, from Álvaro García. Isi Palazón would then almost find Aridane, but his header at the back post went just wide. Betis kept on pushing, though. As we say, they had a very good start to the second half, and this happened 15 minutes in to the second period. Abde was picked up by Cucho, and then he was brought down in the box by Florian Lejeune. The man who had doubled Rayo's lead before the half was beaten for the first goal and then gave away this penalty on Abde. Slided in, missing the ball, but then just catching the standing leg of Abde. Isco would then step up to take, and he would beat Augusto Batalla. So on the hour mark, still half an hour left to play in the game. Real Betis had come back from 2-0 down to make it 2-2. Betis actually went behind in their last away game and managed to win that one 2-1. Here, they managed to get back on level terms from 2-0 down. This forced Íñigo Pérez into a triple change, which saw Espino, Unai López and Oscar Valentín come on. Lo Celso and Jesus Rodríguez for Real Betis weren't far behind. Lo Celso particularly coming on for Isco. Lo Celso almost picked up Cucho with a sublime pass here, and then Jesus Rodríguez would pick out Anthony after getting to the loose ball. However, the offside flag was raised. It was overall a very strange game, because Rayo scored their 2 goals arguably when Betis were at their best. And Betis managed to score their 2 when Rayo were at their best, because after that penalty, it was really all Rayo. And Álvaro García had this big chance here, one-on-one against Adrián, but it was well kept out. Lovely through ball there from Isi Palazón, looking for his 5th assist of the season. Unai López then came close next with his chance, again needing a save from Adrián. Lovely back heel from Oscar Valentín, like that, to the edge of the box. And Unai López would hit it first time, fizzing across the face of Adrián. But he parried it away. Cucho Hernandez was then replaced by Cedric Bakambu. William Carvalho, as we see there, would also be coming on into midfield. He replaced Pablo Fornals. Lejeune tried his luck from another free kick, this time from longer range. It was deflected, but straight at Adrián, but As you can see, it really was a wave after wave of chances for Rayo Vallecano. Alfonso Espino was next. He was asking for a corner, and he wouldn't get it, despite the ball going wide of the front post, and it did look like it had taken a deflection. Rayo unfortunate to not get a corner out of that one. Oscar Trejo would then enter the fray, coming on for Pedro Diaz for the home side. Rayo are mainly battling it out with Celta and Mallorca for that final Europa League place and Conference League place. Those are actually the two teams that Rayo are facing in their final two games of the season. They almost made it 3-2 with this chance in behind, but the offside flag was raised against Alvaro Garcia. For Real Betis in their push for Champions League, they've still got matches against Atletico de Madrid and Valencia before the big European final they've got in the Conference League against Chelsea. William Carvalho was the next player in the book to see a yellow card, this one for catching Pep Chavarria. He was then replaced by Sergi Guardiola as Rayo brought on an extra front man to try and win the game in the final instances of the matchup. Here, Isi Palazon's corner was very tight. Aridane tried to keep it in play. Ultimately, it would not lead to a goal for the home side. Rayo Vallecano kept on pushing, as we say, for that final half an hour after giving away their 2-goal lead. But ultimately, the points would be shared in Vallecas. The final score between Rayo Vallecano and Real Betis was 2-2.